So this is the saving the doctors video. You have to save 3 doctors in this one that are all in different departments of the medical facility. I guess that's where they were working. Like, they were just in the middle of doing something and had no idea that they were supposed to evacuate, and then they just got caught. So these guys over here are a pain because sometimes you don't really realize that they're there, and then you run into them and they at least get like 2 shots off you. At least that's what happens to me. Of course, I'm sort of out of it when I get sneaked up on. So you can do them in any order. I'm doing them in this order because the audio slightly changes for one in their rescue, and it just makes Batman sound pro. If you don't do all the doctors before Dr. Young, he says, "Oh yeah, I haven't. You're the first one I've saved." But then if you save all the doctors and then you go back and save her, she says, "Oh no, you have to go save all the doctors." He says it's already done, and he sounds really, really cool. So this is the guy I didn't get a good first-person view of. This is Aaron Cash. I guess you're getting a better first-person view of him right now. Yeah. Looks like Captain Hook. Oh yeah. Got his hand eaten off by Killer Croc. So, you know how that goes. Well, at least Killer Croc, like, well, I wish they would have, because at the end of each, I'm trying to think, like, interview tape, there's a incident that happens, like, Joker is, like, negotiating with, Dr. Young over, give me my formula or else I'll kill you, sort of a thing. While, Zaz kills one of the doctors. Darn, I messed that up. Usually you want to glide there. But, back to what I was saying. Poison Ivy almost kills the doctor that she was being interviewed by. Scarecrow tricks all the doctors into the fear gas stuff, and then they all freak out. Well, I guess I could have gotten that teeth, but never mind. I'm trying to think, what is... Oh, yeah, the last one is Killer Croc. That one, Aaron Cash gets his hand eaten off. It's sort of cool, the interview tapes. I thought it was a nice little touch that they added to it. So, yeah. If you want to go back and find all those, you could probably do it all one playthrough. I'm not exactly doing it for this run, but I think I pick up like one of each. There are, let's see, I'm trying to count: Joker, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, I think there's like 5 or 6 maybe, I think. Well, it's all the superheroes except for, supervillains that make an appearance except for Bane. Bane doesn't have anything. But the rest of the supervillains do. Or at least the ones that make the appearance in this game. They all have interview tapes. Okay, that's a good point. I'd be interested to know what Bane's interview tapes were like. That, I guess it'd sort of be like interviewing the Hulk almost. I don't know. Probably. That's
just not for
Because whenever I think of Bane, I think of like the Hulk. Because like Bane is almost the equivalent of the Hulk in terms of like he's much stronger than him. He doesn't have much of a like conscience, I want to say. Oh, I know what I want to say. I want to say like he's not really aware of his surroundings, where he just wants to destroy stuff, but it's not really in his alter ego. So this fight is actually one of the easiest. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you want to get away from the guys, you can just grapple up there and do whatever. And then the guys who throw the control boxes at you, you can just throw an instant battering at them, and then it'll oh, I broke that table. You can just throw an instant battering at them, and then they'll drop the control box, and nothing will happen.
Don't get too full of yourself, Bats. I'm just softening you up. Think of this as a preview to the main event. You'll see.
I tried to tell you. Relax, you're safe. I can handle these low life.
Oh, I finally figured out what was the difference between an in-game cutscene and a cutscene in here. Because the in-game cutscenes have, yeah, actually sometimes you can't even tell, just like Batman as he looks in gameplay, but if you watch a cutscene, it's more comic book style in terms of I don't know how exactly to explain it. It more looks like I'm just trying to think of what I can reference it to. Oh, I went the wrong way that way. So you can just follow these two lines. I don't know, I guess I sort of screwed up at that part. I want to say, like, when I mean it looks more comic book like, I guess I'm trying to say, like, maybe it looks more shadowy in terms of the texture and the color. I guess that's what I'm saying. So here's a cheap way to do the combat. You just make sure they can't see you, do a battering, and this is why he's your best friend if you can't do combat or stealth, and then you just take him out. So that move you haven't learned yet, you'll learn very soon though. That's the, whoa. Oh, I get it. The detective mode. If you do that during the slowdown, or the slow-mo, then he does it. So then in this room, I'm not saying you can, but you want to spray the explosive gel on both of the walls to take out the henchmen. You can also jump on the roof and look at them through there. So.
What's going on? They were talking like they were in control. Is it true the Joker escaped?
Unfortunately, yes. But not for long.
I'd been studying Joker's case for months when he broke out. The warden was very specific he wanted Joker cured.
Bad publicity will affect his campaign for mayor.
That'll be the least of it. God, I almost forgot. They said they were moving through the facility, hunting down the other doctors.
Not a problem. All staff have been rescued. You'll be safer if you remain here. All the medical staff are safe.